Yeah, I'm just keeping quiet right now because I'm just still trying to see whether I can get this thing off and running because I am, oh yes, I am actually, using this service for the first time this time around on Facebook Live. This service called BeLive.tv. So really, I want to make sure that um, it's on because otherwise I will be talking, but nothing is going to happen. So, so really, really, really excited to be here again. This is episode two. So in the last episode, we talked about the idea of creating digital assets and the three pillars of it. Well, the three pillars, um, if you have not if you have not heard the first episode, you have not watched it. The three pillars basically wants to talk about, essentially, is talking about the three pillars. First, you must have a strategy, right? You must have a strategy when you create content. Secondly, you must be looking at this whole process of creating digital assets. So it's not just about creating a bunch of content and just putting out content as and when you want to, but really being very intentional, being very strategic about creating content. And once you do that, of course, then you are definitely going to have a better chance of reaching the people that you want to reach, right? So you must have a strategy. You must be you must be you must have a strategy, and you must look at this. You must embrace that mindset of creating digital assets. And then, of course, the third thing is you want to be able to think about a system that kind of help you create and maintain the creation of digital assets. You see, because at the end of the day, if you are just putting out digital assets, and if you do not have a system, especially when you're first starting out, it's going to be really, really tough, right? So that's something that you want to consider. So yesterday was day one, and I really wanted to get into sharing with you this whole premise about creating digital assets. And so in today's episode, what I really want to do is go a bit deep dive into talking about the strategy aspect. Now, so for those of you who are on Facebook or on LinkedIn, if you are watching this, please do me a favor. Please just leave me a comment so that I know that you can hear me all right, that the sound quality is good. You can see me, you're not just looking at a blank screen, or sometime I may have accidentally switched the camera around so you're actually looking at the other side and you're not seeing me, right? So if you're joining us for the first time, my name is Melvin, and really, really welcome you to episode two. So what I have intended to do is I want to be creating a daily live stream of videos, and just sharing with you the strategies that I've learned, you know, through this one whole year in 2018, creating more than 100 over specifically 148 videos on LinkedIn. And so what are the things that I've learned, some of the failures, some of the successes. I want to be able to share with you all that. Okay, so if you have not checked out my LinkedIn profile, basically my LinkedIn profile, just go to linkedin.com/in/melvin.me, and you will see my profile there. Okay, so let's jump straight into today's episode. And today's episode, we want to be talking about strategy. So, what is this whole idea about strategy? Now, before we go deep dive into what this about strategy is, let's be very clear. What do we mean by strategy? And so, when we talk about strategy, essentially, we are looking at a series of choices that you would take to reach a particular outcome. So, what is the outcome that you want to achieve? So, for example, for me, the outcome that I want to achieve was that I want to make sure that I'm able to reach my intended audience and then to be able to serve them, to be able to earn their attention, earn their trust. And then from there, to get them to want to engage me, to want to speak to me, to want to hire me for speaking engagement, for creating videos for them, or anything that I was capable of doing. And so in that on that note itself, I have been successful in 2018 because I've managed to get training projects, speaking gigs, video projects. I've done several videos for professionals as well as for corporates, right? And I've also done training in how to use LinkedIn. So that was my end goal. Now, once I had that end goal, of course, then is to work backwards and to say that then what is it that I must do to achieve the end goal? And so, of course, what I must do was that I must create a series of content, and this content will then be able to help me reach my intended audience. And once I'm able to reach my intended audience, obviously the key thing is I must be able to earn their attention and earn their trust such that they will want to engage me. And so that's exactly what I did, creating 148 videos. And I would say 90% of those videos were thought through. They were not like women fancies, like, oh, let's see, where am I today? And then let's just do a video about that. Um, Although it does seem that way, the truth is that there was a lot of planning behind it. So, what essentially I did was I had a strategy to achieve the outcome. And so once I know the outcome, the strategy is basically looking at how I'm able to what I'm supposed to do. So what are the messages that I need to send out, right? What are the content that I need to put out? And so when I figured that out, it was easy because once I figured that out, I know exactly who are my audience, what are the issues that they are facing, and how I can use the content that I've created to help them solve those problems. And so that's exactly what I did. Now, so when you are looking at creating content, the strategy that you want to have, it's really as simple as that, right? So first, you want to know what is the outcome that you want to achieve, right? Once you know the outcome you want to achieve, the next thing really is to clearly define the persona or the avatar of your intended audience. So who are they, right? What are the problems they face? What are the issues that they need to resolve? What keep them up at night, right? So once you know that, once you have an idea of the outcome, you know who are the people that you are reaching, and you have an idea of what are some of the issues that they face. Then the next step, of course, is then to create content to help them achieve those outcome or to help them solve those problems. So let's just take an example of a client that I work with, right? So this client, her end goal was basically to get people to get a better understanding that when you have a toxic culture in your organization, you cannot resolve that problem by just sending people for a bunch of training. It just doesn't work that way, right? So instead, what you need to do is you need to bring in a consultant and you need to look at the company's culture. And so when we work together, one of the videos that we made was to basically showcase her talking about how she has worked with a client, help them resolve that issue of toxic culture, and what are the steps that she take with that client itself, right? So for you, for example, for any one of you who is watching right now, if you have a question, feel free to ask. Leave it in the comments. If you're on Facebook, I would be able to see your comments. If you are on Instagram, I will be able to see your comments as well. Okay, so once you know that those are the strategy, then you are able to create content. So don't just go out there and just make content, right? Don't just go out there and just create content, because you and I are not paid to make this content. We are making this content to draw the attention, to earn the attention. We are making this content to get people to know us. We're making this content to get people to trust us. And once we're able to do that, that's when our intended audience will be able to understand who we are and um, how we can help and serve them. All right. So if you got a question for me, feel free to let me know. If you want to call in to leave a question, and if you're in the US, of course, here's the number you want to dial. So 650-569-0032. So let me say that again: 650-569-0032. If you like, you could of course leave a comment or a question on the Facebook Live or on Instagram, and I will be more than glad to to answer those questions. So for any one of you who are watching right now, if you've got a question for me, feel free to ask. If not, what's going to happen is tomorrow, what I will do is I will then go into the second part of the series that I'm continuing here on the live stream. And the second part really it's about creating digital assets. So how do you go about creating digital assets, and what is the best way to do it? What are some techniques that you can use, and how do you go about doing it? So what are digital assets? How to go about creating that? Okay, so that's going to be happening tomorrow. So some of you have asked, like, what time is the live stream? Now, at this point in time, I will be very, very upfront with you. I'm still experimenting with live stream. Um, there are some rumors going on. I will not say this publicly, but there are some rumors going on about live stream on my favorite social media platform. Let's just say that. Okay. So evidently, of course, I am using the current platform as a way to practice and a way to really sharpen my skills. So if you want to follow along, make sure you like my page and follow me, because I'm going to be sharing with you these strategies, and I'm also going to give you the data in terms of the reach and in terms of the success of turning this into a project that I'm running, right? That's what I'll say for now. So if you want to be, and of course, along the way, I'm going to give you as much value as possible, sharing with you what are the strategies, how to create digital assets, and the system that you need for doing that. All right. So with that, thank you so much for watching. And my name is Melvin. Make sure you check out my LinkedIn profile. So it's at linkedin.com/in/melvin.me. On Facebook, make sure you hit the like page and show some love for this live video. And of course, on Instagram, give me some love here as well. And if you're on YouTube, if you like this video, give a thumbs up. If you want to continue watching this series, make sure you hit the subscribe button. And that's it. I'll talk to you again tomorrow. Good night and God bless.